This is our pre-rehab workshop before all the work on it starts. It's going to start tomorrow. Closing was today at 1 p.m. Sounds like it went smoothly. The investor rehabber is Brett Neal, and the inspector for this project is Wade Eddie Sabina. This is the man who inspected the house for the rehabber to tell him rough idea of what has to be done to make this rental. The good strategy for this is for the rehabber Brett to rehab it and then keep it as a buy and hold, so you can refinance out of the private loan on it. The purchase and rehab is all funded with private money. Okay, Eddie, please take it away.
All right. Good afternoon. I'm glad y'all here. We're going to get started. What we want to do is just briefly, as we move, take a look at the front of this house. And let's say we're going to flip it and sell it. What you have to look at are things that a home inspector would hit. Because if you're selling it, it's one thing. If you're keeping it to rent, it's another. Normally, if you're keeping it to rent it, you put less in it. If you're going to try to sell it, you got to make it meet code. You got to know home inspector hang-ups. If you don't know what a term we're using, just ask me. I'll stop. See here? This is the fascia. This is supposed to be shingle mold, but they just put a piece of 1x in there. See it?
What's a shingle mold?
Shingle mold, it looks like a little piece of this. Here, see this? This is bed mold. This is not shingle mold, but it almost looks like this. Okay. And it'll go here. It's a piece of molding that looks kind of like this, but this is a bed mold, not a shingle mold. Nowadays, they're doing away with the shingle mold. They're putting drip edge that comes right over it. So I go with drip edge. I get rid of all of this because you got to replace. You can see here where it's already rotting. See it? It's true. You're missing a piece here. See this? And you know good and well when they put this here, even if this one met here, right? That's out too far. You know, so I would bet that the roof wasn't put down by somebody who knew what they were doing. If I was a bet man.
Is drip edge that metal piece?
Yes.
Okay.
And what it does, it stops the water from coming in and then backing up onto your roof deck. Through a process they call, what is it, capillary action. It just sucks in, and it'll keep sucking it. Water will keep oozing until it hits something dry. That's what moisture drive is called. And it'll keep going. I've seen it go 2-3 feet inside when I'm in the attic. That's why when you're inspecting a house, don't just look at it from the outside. And if you got a contract, if you're not comfortable crawling up under a house, going up in the attic, bring a contractor with you that knows what they're doing.
And that's a question you'll ask them up front then, right?
They're all going to tell you they know what they're doing. They're like politicians, you know?
I'm talking about you'll ask them, do you go under the house?
Oh, yes.
And the roof and
Yes.
the attic?
Well, you know, to test them, I wouldn't even bring it up.
Are you going to get on your knees in here?
No, you are.
Oh, no.
That's why I'm bringing that.
Oh, you're going to fly on something.
No, you are.
Oh.
What part of you are you guys
I
not
was kind of ignoring that.
I just want y'all to stick your heads up under there to get an idea of what's under there.
Okay.
All right, fair enough?
Fair enough. You go first. Huh?
Who's first? Come on.
What's your name? Jeannie. Jeannie. I'm going to go. First. I'm going to go.
And look, just stick that in there and look left and right. And I'm going to stick my head there with you and kind of tell you what you're looking at. All right. That's ductwork. See over there, they got brick piers. See those things? Those are brick piers. Those are the piers. Okay. This is a waistline for the bathroom. Oh. So that ductwork should not be on the ground.
No.
But yes. But see, it doesn't look too bad under here. And this, as you get in, when you'll crawl around. What you want to do is look under the bathroom and kitchen areas, because that's where you're going to have water damage. But you'd have to crawl in here to see that.
So you're looking for the age, right?
All right, how do you tell the age?
This one's on the label.
Oh, really? You think the label tells you the age?
Oh, maybe the model number or serial number?
Serial number. Some of the newer ones may have the age on it. But a lot of times when you go into these older homes, all right, this is gas operated. I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with this one right away. Here, there's missing one thing.
The cover?
No, you're close. It's a sediment trap. Code requires gas appliances have to have sediment traps. Water heater, even tankless water, anything with gas has to have a sediment trap. Sediment trap is a piece of pipe that's just like this, but it's like a T. The gas comes in this way. Any garbage in the gas drops here, and then the rest goes up to the unit. At the bottom, there's a cap that you can clean out, and but this doesn't have one. It is code. That's a code violation, so I would have wrote that up. Now, when you look here, somebody can read that. Somebody who hasn't participated yet. You. Sir, can you help us here a minute? Read what? Can you tell me if there's a date on there? You know, we are leaving at 5 today, sir.
1995.
Yeah. Yeah. Look up there. Tell me what else do you want to look for when you look at that? Gas. I mean, refrigerant. R22 was outlawed.
R22?
Yeah. January 2020. Can't make it no more.
So if this has an R22, you have to replace the whole thing?
No. But you're just going to pay a lot of money. Because now, they've allowed people who have it, they can't make it anymore, but until they all run out, it's like gold.
Oh.
It is like gold. People don't want to replace the unit. Well, you can replace the unit, or you can just pay this ridiculous amount for R22. And here's what's funny: these HVAC guys are smooth, because when they go to take one of these units out that they know are R22, they have what they call a recovery tank. They take that R22 and put it in that tank.
Oh, we got serial number.
Okay. What's the first few letters?
L99.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, L99 probably means this is from 1999. But what do you see up there? Yeah. So we know the roof's leaking.
Yep, over there too.
Now, what else do you notice about in here? Class is in. There will be a test for those of you who don't know.
All the wallpapers that you talking about?
Oh, that's style. That was the style back in the 60s. This whole house has got wallpaper. I'm gonna tell you, when you see wallpaper, I'm gonna tell you, if it doesn't come off easy, paint over it if you're selling it. What I do, I'll put oil-based kilts on it. You can't use a waterborne, a latex, because that deactivates the glue. But I will come in here with that darn kilts, and I will spray this whole place, and whatever curls, I'll take my razor knife, fill it with mud, sand it.
Why wouldn't you just peel it off?
That thing. Remember how much it's gonna cost?
I tried it.
Shoot, you be here.
Tell me he's opening that wall up, please. Tell me he's opening that wall up. There ain't no wall there. There ain't no wall there.
All right, short of the wallpaper. Now this, what do you notice about this glass?
Fogged up.
It's fall.
That tells you the gas, the seal's shot. I'm gonna hit that as an inspector. You're gonna have to replace that. What's the average cost to replace
It
this?
was just dirty. 500?
1,000.
At least.
At
Oh.
least.
This
No.
door is about
Okay.
$500 to $700, and they like to charge you about the same price of the door to install it. You know why? In case they break it. Then all they're out is labor.
You got a lot of stuff.
All right. What I would do here? Not much. I'm gonna tell you why. Leave it as a storage area for them. Leave it so they can park their garage, their car. There's only one rule. When you have a car in here, that door has to have a 2-hour rating.
2 hour fire rating?
2-hour rating.
What's that?
In case the fumes, the car, the fire, anything. A garage door, because you're putting, even if you have a gas water heater in here, that door. Something else you better have.
Carbon monoxide.
You darn right. If you got gas appliances, you want, carbon monoxide is the deadly killer. You don't smell it, you'll never wake up. That's why people like to just go in the car, in the garage, turn on the car and just kill
Now,
themselves.
is it cold here? You have to have them?
Oh yeah, if you got
Okay,
gas, you
I
darn
just
right.
wanted
Here, look at that panel.
Is there a water?
You see it? Can you see it? You see the panel box?
Not Federal Pacific, is it?
Oh, you ain't gotta open it. It says Federal Pacific.
Shit.
Yes.
Huh?
No, you gotta get rid of it, right?
Can you see where it says Federal Pacific?
You can normally tell by the red, because they're red and black.
That's right.
They're red and black. With you.
Okay, here's the catch.
F-R-E?
FPE. Yeah. When you replace a panel box,
It was a,
you have to bring the entire electrical system to code.
that's right.
That just turned out. Now here's the catch now, people.
God almighty, that's gonna cost thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah. Now here's the
At least you
problem.
know it going in.
That's right.
If you have an electrician, a so-called electrician, the electrician will lose his license if he just replaced that box and didn't pull a permit. They will snatch his license in a minute.
Yep.
How do I suppose to know as I'm going in that I'm gonna need to replace that
Because
electric?
hopefully you have a good contractor with you.
Yeah.
The contractor is gonna also be able to tell me about the electric
If
lights
you
too?
don't, you got the wrong contractor.
Oh.
A contractor,
I was thinking you had to bring an electrician in at the
No.
same time.
a good
Well,
contractor,
contractor.
Yeah, he knows.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he may not be doing the work, but he'll tell you what needs to be done.
so you bring in the right contractor, he shouldn't.
So I'll
miss
just call
anything.
you.
I ain't free, but I'll be there. Let's push this back. Now, and
He appraises them.
here's another thing. I decide to save myself $6,000. Joe down the street said he can change it out. He does it. I ain't got to worry about it. It works. He did it right. Everything's working. He just used that and put it together, and it's working. I sell it. 3 months later, it burns down and kills somebody.
They're coming back.
You liable?
Hell yeah, you're
Completely
liable.
liable.
They coming for you. And then they're gonna figure out that was changed. The seller's gonna say, no, when we sold it to that flipper, it was the original panel. Then they're gonna wanna know, okay, who did you get to change it? See, now they're gonna hold you liable.
But if it was a licensed person, they hold that
Then there's-
person
A
liable.
licensed person isn't gonna, a reputable, honest one, isn't gonna gamble to lose his money machine. That license is how I make my money. So to save you a couple of $1,000, I'm gonna circumvent the law. Okay, first of all, I don't want that guy working for me, because I already know he'll lie, he'll cheat, he ain't by the book. You think he's an honest person?
But what I'm saying is, the licensed person would have told you.
He would have did it by the book, he'd have pulled the permit.
$6,000, okay.
Oh, the LLR or Forest Acres is gonna tell them, when you replace a panel box, you must upgrade the entire house
No
to
matter
code.
what brand of.
It don't matter what brand. If you replace the panel box, you must upgrade the entire system.
Meaning the wiring.
No, not necessarily the wiring. You might be able to still use it, but you're gonna have to put in interconnected smoke detectors. You're gonna have to make sure you got GFCIs at the water points. You're gonna have to make sure you got AFCIs at all the bedrooms. AFCI breakers, that's $79 to $100 a breaker. But they're gonna have to upgrade the whole box. So what somebody could have did for $2,500 is now gonna, and then you gotta have two outlets outside, one in the front, one in the back. So they may have to run those lines. So the cost could easily go $6,000 to $8,000. You see that? You see that? That plywood up there? That's called sub roof deck. See the roof deck? See the little spaces and stuff? That's very thin, because back in the day it was very thin. So a lot of times, here's what you got to think about when you replace this roof. Bob,
Yeah,
you remember what happened to Jeremy on his roof because it was old?
yes.
It was
Yeah.
a thin stuff. What did we have to do?
Oh, I had to replace it, yeah.
We had to replace all the wood because they couldn't walk up there when they started taking off the shingles. Yeah, their foot started going through it. It's like 3/8 inch thick and it's been cooked. Pass that to Bob. Tell him that's for Linda.
Hi, Bob, that's for Linda.
Ah, thank you.
Let me know if any squirrels or anything up there.
A squirrel, I'd be worried about a reptile.
No? Well,
Now, stay right there and let's not disturb anything. You see that vermiculite?
Yeah.
Possible asbestos. Now, as long as you don't disturb it, it ain't gonna bother you. But if you go to move that and it starts making a dust, first thing I do is I get a sample of that and have it tested. But if I'm up here, I want protection.
Oh, so it's
that's a mast, right?
Insulated. These are trusses. See, trusses have been around a long time. That looks like it might hold up. But that's vermiculite. You gotta be careful with that stuff.
okay.
And if you look it up, look up vermiculite, and you'll see how some of it is asbestos. And then when you look at the samples, the colors, that's what it's gonna look like. And this may or may not have it. We can't say until it's tested that it has it.
Say, before everyone leaves, one thing is that I do take seriously is if you can think of any way to improve what we did, you know, please let us know.
Comments are greatly
Yeah,
appreciated.
we always want to improve it, make it better for you. Okay, so I hope everyone learned a little something.
Learned a lot.
Yeah, I definitely.
You know how I did it right now, but
Well, and here's the reality: when you buy a house that's vacant,
No,
distressed,
I'm not-
99% of the time there is no power
What?
or water when you nothing. You
Well,
better bring
well,
lights.
Two questions
I'm gonna
for you.
put it on our Facebook
Overall,
group.
if you
Okay.
didn't have us, how long would it have taken you to do this inspection?
Less than an hour.
Okay, two, what would you estimate all of the costs for everything?
60,000.
60.
And then the time frame to place.
If everything's lined up right and there's no changes, because I'm gonna tell you something, the client can throw a monkey in it. Because the client can say, you're halfway through something, then they say, oh no, we're at a house in Forest Acres right now. I'm about to, in the middle of stuff going up, these are walls, he changes his mind. I said, you do realize every time we got to change this, you're gonna pay for it. But then he slows us up because now we got to refigure something. But this is really cosmetic. You got a little structural over there. I think there's something behind the step. I don't know if he's doing the electrical. I think he's gonna leave the electrical as is for now. Because he did say if he was gonna sell it and then it becomes an issue, then he'll change it or he'll give them an allowance. Because the law doesn't say you have to change it, it recommended. No law says you must, by law, remove that panel, or there wouldn't be any in any houses. So you can say, no, I'm not changing it. You could always say no, too.
So is that what, 60 days, 90 days?
60 days for this house. Because there ain't the carpet.
That's good.
No, because they're on the roof tomorrow. The roof will be replaced tomorrow. Hopefully they're going to catch the fascia board.
Yeah.
Here's another thing you got to read. Read what you're getting with these contracts. Read what, and tell them if they say, oh, we're going to replace the roof. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all they do. But no, it doesn't mean replacing the damaged shingle. Oh, that's something different. Oh, that's something different. You know,
so we need the class so
you need to add that to the class, your codes class
That'd be good.
or the estimating class. Maybe because they got to be specific.
I was going to say very detailed.
I tell you, I'm going to replace 32 square feet of sheetrock in the living room. I'm going to replace 1,600 square feet of flooring. I'm going to replace with 1,600 square feet of LVP, not to exceed a $4 a square foot allowance. I mean, I'll put that all in there. A 2-year-old can read my contract and tell me what I'm doing to you.
Shivani, could you please tell our audience goodbye?
Goodbye, guys. We will see y'all maybe next month.
Everyone follow
I'm going to have
Shivani.
Bob some pizza when I come back.
Everyone follow Shivani.
Pizza's my favorite food.
Shivani's a social media influencer and podcaster.
And I'm going to make Bob famous. Watch.